Hey everyone, Tom here. Thanks to everyone at Seawell Elementary for your questions. Here we go. Number one from Lucas, if you can change the screens to anything you need, why do you need so many? Well, whenever we have severe weather, we have lots of people using each of those screens to make sure that we cover the weather well. Number two from Helen, who does the news if you get sick? This lucky guy, Chris Thompson. He's a meteorologist that works with me here at Spectrum News. Have kids ever been let into the Weather Center? Number three from Alika. Yes, my own kids have been here, and we've had some tours sometimes, but they're a lot more rare after the pandemic. From Sam, number four, how do you identify the different types of fronts? Well, we use wind, we use how dry the air is, and we use temperatures. Each of those is correlated to different types of fronts that'll appear on the maps. Number five from Rita, what are some things that are hard about being a meteorologist, and what are some things you like? Well, it's very difficult to do the weather at 3 a.m. when a tornado might be coming through the region, but that's what we do, so the hours are very difficult. But I certainly like the challenges and the excitement that the weather presents. Number six from Ada, how many people do you work with when you broadcast, and what do they do? We have a team of 8 meteorologists at this TV station, and each of them work at different shifts, different days of the week, and different hours. From number 7, Gertrude says, what advice would you give someone who might want to become a meteorologist? Well, Gertrude, I would say that it is hard, but you can do it. It just takes going to college, getting a degree in meteorology, and finally, after applying to a lot of jobs, getting your foot in the door. That's exactly what I did when I went to NC State. Number 8 from Letitia. Are you excited for the solar eclipse? Very. I hope I get to see it. It's on a Monday, which is my normal day off. It's next April on the 8th day of the month. From Gwen, number 9. How big is the weather studio? It's quite large, Gwen. You could fit a lot of people in it. Your entire class could fit inside there, and then some. Number 10 from Elijah. What hurricane spawned the most tornadoes? Well, Elijah, I don't know the answer to that question, but I will say we've been keeping an eye on when the most powerful hurricanes have hit North Carolina, and it seems like eastern North Carolina usually gets the most. Number 11, do you have a script when you're on TV, or do you just make it up as you go? That's what Camilla wants to know. I make it up as I go, but of course I spend a lot of time preparing the forecast beforehand, so I don't memorize it, but I know it pretty well. From Elise, number 12, about how many people are in the Weather Center each day? Well, it's usually just me. Especially on quiet days. And of course, when there's severe weather, there's many more. Number 13, this one was unnamed. How many people work at the Weather Center when there's a tornado or severe thunderstorm? So we always have at least 2, most times 3 people when there is a tornado or severe thunderstorm. And if it's a hurricane or winter storm, we have even more. Number 14 from Lucy, do you wear a fancy suit all day? I sure do. Number 15 from Blakely, how do you get to the weather station on a day that there is flooding? Well, we actually will sleep at a hotel that's very close to the TV station. So if we have to walk, we'll walk. Number 16 from Ariana. Do you ever get nervous on TV? I certainly used to. And yes, I have had a couple of bloopers on TV as well. They're all fun, but I don't get that nervous anymore. Number 17 from Andrew. How did you get to be the small percentage of people who actually got to go on the camera? Well, just like I answered in the earlier question about going to school, it really just takes trying. It takes a bit of effort and a lot of patience, and you can do it yourself too. Number 18 from Manny. If there was an occluded front with an extra cold air mass, what would it be called? Another cold air mass? One that's really just cold? Well, Manny, it would maybe sometimes be called an Arctic front. That would tell us about how cold the cold air is behind the cold front. And they're more common, of course, in the spring and the fall. Does the low pressure start to make you jump higher? Do you grow faster? Not noticeably so, Rex. That was a great question. Sounds like your head is thinking more on the moon or Mars, where the air pressure is very low. That does allow you to jump higher. Great questions, everybody. Thank you so much.